Americans get a job, they get a paycheck, and they pay their bills. The problem is when they get a better job, or their job that they have gives them a bigger paycheck, in other words, when they get a bigger income, they increase their expenses by adding liabilities. Liabilities, all these liabilities turn into expenses. They add to the expenses. And the American's way of looking at things is to say, can I handle more payments? When they get a job increase, a pay increase, a bigger paycheck, the American mentality is, I can now make higher payments so I can gather more liabilities. I can get more stuff and make the payments on it. It's a lousy way to handle your finances. What the rich teach their kids about money, and get this, we're coming down to what I'm really trying to get you into your head. What the rich teach their kids about money that the poor and the middle class do not is this. Spend less than you make. Don't spend so much money. Especially early on. Buy assets. Now watch what happens. When you buy assets, what are those rental houses doing for me? What's Alan Corey's house doing for him? His mortgage is producing how much? Anybody remember how much money that house is producing? $2,000 a month. How much is that a year? $24,000 a year just for living in his house. How much more money does that give him just from that one thing to put into more assets? Now, stick with me. Watch this. Assets create income without and not needing in order to do that. And if you get the assets going early and build those up, like Alan Corey did, you build those assets up early, what can you eliminate from that whole thing up here on the board? What do you get to take away if you build up your assets enough to live on them? You no longer need a job because this box over here is creating enough income that you don't need a job. You can, without a whole lot of work, just by being very financially responsible early on, by the time you're 40, you can have your job be optional. Now, I didn't have that option because I was 50 before somebody gave me Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I've had to try and make up for some lost ground, and I made up for some of that lost ground. You guys don't have to lose that ground. You can start off early. Spend less than you make. Use that extra money to buy assets. Build up your assets. Your assets become income. The rich teach their kids. Keep your expenses really low when you're young. Save as much money as you can. Put it into assets, and you'll get that ball rolling, and down the road in your life, you will be very, very well set financially.